So what do you make of this year's Fringe? What have you seen on offer so far, and what can we expect from your show?
Well, obviously, I would say that my show's the best one here. 8 o'clock every night at the Pleasance Courtyard. There are other shows in town, but why would you bother with them? Is the question I always ask myself. I've got lots of friends up here who are very funny people.
The odd thing every now and again, you know?
Yeah, we say that. We say it's the spice of life, but I have the same breakfast every morning, and I'm fine with it. And I think if you're coming up here for a few days, just come and see me every night. I think there's a lot of comfort in the familiar.
Tangent, same breakfast. What breakfast is it? Because I'm similar. I have the same breakfast every morning as well.
OK, I have fruit and yoghurt in a bowl. So I have an apple, a banana, some blueberries and some natural yoghurt, which is very healthy. I will often have a bag of crisps after that, which slightly undermines it, but they are chili heatwave Doritos. So I think in a way that's a balanced diet, isn't it?
It's not bad, Matt, and we have a very similar breakfast. Look, what can we expect in your show? I can't believe we have the same breakfast, man. I'm very impressed with that. What can we expect when people see your show at 8 o'clock, of course, as they always will?
So lots of impressions of our politicians, Keir Starmer, Donald Trump, Lee Anderson, Nigel Farage.
Excellent.
Taking the mick out of sort of all our leaders and potential future leaders. Some personal stuff as well about my health and the changes to my body. I had surgery a couple of years ago that's changed things. So without going to sort of below the waist type stuff, I think it's fair to say it is about as far as I can go on Sky News at this time of day. I think.
At this time in the morning, yeah, we appreciate that. Look, I'm glad you mentioned Sir Keir and Nigel. Love to hear your impressions, and I wonder if you saw that story today about the popularity of those two names. Not a single Keir has been born this year, whereas there have been about 6 Nigels born.
Yeah, but I think Keir's quite a niche name anyway. I mean, it's really only
Nigel in 2025?
Labour Party people. Well, Nigel is only slightly less niche. But even then, there's only 6 Nigels. I mean, I don't know how many Keiths there are anymore, but they're both kind of niche names. They would both obviously claim victory for, you know, having any stats at all. Look, I want to pay tribute to every Keir born this year. We want to see more Keirs by the end of this Parliament. I've said we go further and faster in naming our children Keir, and I intend to do that in a second term. Well, look, frankly, of course, there are more people called Nigel. It's just simply a better name, and it sounds more British. Keir sounds foreign, and that's one of the many reasons people just don't like it.
Excellent. Excellent impersonations. I will not try and replicate, but I do want to hear your Trump, because, of course, he was just in Scotland a little while ago. We got treated to a couple of those, what should we call them? Freewheeling news conferences where he goes off on various things. I did particularly like that he kept talking about windmills when he meant to be talking about wind turbines.
Well, you don't know what you're talking about. You're part of the fake news media. I think it's pathetic what you're doing here today. And I don't go off on tangents. I always stay on topic. It's what I do. Nobody is better at staying on topic than me. And I said this, I think I was talking about squirrels the other day, and they're beautiful animals. And the stuff they can do now, they gather their nuts, they eat them. But I don't go off on tangents. I don't do that when I'm with dogs either. They're great animals, and I'm up here in Scotland, and I refuse to go off on tangents about aeroplanes. I love to fly on them.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Look, on a serious point, when mocking these politicians, you've got a really ripe time for it, haven't you, Matt? With a character like that in the White House. I mean, a character like Keir Starmer, if he has character, and Nigel Farage as well. You've got lots of material to work with.
Oh, yeah, I think it's great to have different types of characters around, and you need big characters some of the time to give a bit more colour. People like Farage and Trump are obviously more outrageous, but it's good to contrast them with people like Keir Starmer, who is more professional and less outrageous. So that having all those people in there just gives the show a bit of texture. And I try and throw in a bit of Angela Rayner as well. I've not been the best at. Well, I don't like Sky News, by the way. I prefer the BBC, but. You know, I like what you're doing. I like seeing adverts in the middle because it breaks the news up, doesn't it? And I think you've got a banging theme tune, and that's what matters.
got to pay the bills, man.
I think that's more Liam Gallagher than it is Angela Rayner.
It wasn't.
Yeah, that's true.
And I hear there's a little bit of a clash with the Oasis show as well tonight. I'm told by my sources that might upset you a bit.
Yeah, sadly, thousands of people have been forced to choose between seeing either Oasis at Murrayfield or Matt Forde at the Pleasance Courtyard, 8 p.m. every night. Do you know what? I think for people who couldn't get tickets for me, I think it's nice that they can go and see Oasis instead.
It's a consolation prize. Everyone needs a consolation for these sorts of things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Matt, really good to speak with you. Enjoy the month. Every single night, that is a slog. I'd love to speak to you in 4 weeks' time and see how you're getting on. But really good to talk to you, Matt. Have a great day. Thank you.
That'll be a mess. Thank you so much. Cheers.